Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to your July monthly reading. And we have a lot going on this year, so I'm including a high-level Astrological Zen-ergy monthly overview of the planetary energies that Spirit wants to share. Also have some intermittent videos here and there throughout the months talking about the different astrological energies and how to maintain the most zen as we ride those astrological energy waves. And this tarot oracle card reading that we're going to do is for wherever this zodiac sign appears in your chart, whether that's your sun, your moon, your rising sign, your Mars, your Venus, wherever. So here's a quick reference of what planet generally rules over what area of your life, so you can see where this reading will most impact you. And you can actually, choose the zodiac sign for whatever of those areas and get a lot of detail. These monthlies are normally out a couple weeks before the beginning of the following month, so you can make the most of those astrological energies. Alrighty then, well, let's take a look at the Astrological Zen-ergy for the month of July. Let's start by looking at the energy that we're coming into the month with. We talk a lot about retrogrades, and the outer planet retrogrades impact us generally and our entire collective, where the personal planets, when they're, the closer ones, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, more impact us on a daily basis more extremely because they're closer to us. So we talked about launch time last month, which is a great time for launching new things because those inner planets are in a beautiful, they're all direct, and so they're not in retrograde, challenging us, launching things out into the world. So the incoming tide, though, is changing here this month as Mercury goes into its pre-shadow on July 17th. So that's kind of the date that we're like, all right, things are going to start to become a little more challenging to launch, and they'll be short term. And we'll talk more about that in, throughout the month too. So Pluto and Saturn are in their retrograde coming into the month, and Uranus is in their pre-shadow to their retrograde, which means we're already beginning to experience the energy of their retrogrades, but at a less intense level with the pre-shadow. I do have Zen-ergy videos already for all of these retrogrades and general information about retrogrades, just how they work and to make the most of them. If you want to check out my Astrological Zen-ergy playlist, I have that listed in the description box of the video down below, and it'll also be linked at the end of the video. I also have videos about Neptune, Chiron, and Mercury retrogrades included in that playlist, which have all of those three listed. And I plan on having an additional video about the Jupiter pre-shadow and retrograde by the end of June or early July. So keep an eye out for that as well if you'd like to prepare for that energy. All right, so on July 2nd, Neptune goes into its full retrograde. It had been in its pre-shadow since March 11th of this year, and it will be in retrograde in Pisces for a little period of time until December 7th when it starts going direct, and it'll be in its post-shadow till March 28th of 2025. Like I said, we covered the impacts of this energy in the video for the pre-shadow, so check that out for details on how to ground yourself for this powerful spiritual energy. As I mentioned, links to the playlist are down below and at the end of this video. On July 5th, we have a new moon in Cancer. So when the moon is in this cardinal water sign, it's when she's at her most nurturing. Mother Luna rules over the sign of Cancer. So the themes of home and family and children and mothers and mothering take center stage. We're more likely to express emotions outwardly as well. We might have a renewed spark to take care of others, whether that's cooking or cuddling or some other form, and most likely in our own love language, whether that's words, touch, time, service, or gifts. So we can, make sure that we're giving love in the way of other people's love language, not our own, but we're more, likely to give it in our own love language. So make sure to check out the Pick a Card when it comes out the week before the new moon, because I'll talk about how to make the most of the 10 new moon wishes. And then on July 15th, Jupiter enters its pre-shadow retrograde, and it's going to be in that pre-shadow until it goes full retrograde in Gemini on October 9th. And it's going to be in there until February 4th, when it goes direct, and it'll be in its post-shadow period until April 30th of 2025. So energy is going to be with us for a little bit. And this Jupiter energy normally nudges us to be outgoing, idealistic, and forward-thinking, but when it goes retrograde, we're kind of cosmically drawn to some intense introspection. And as I mentioned earlier, I plan on having a video out late June, early July on this energy, so keep an eye out for that video posting. And then on July 17th, Mercury goes into its pre-shadow for its retrograde. And, Mercury goes into retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. And we're in retrogrades like half of our life anyway. So it's just good to be aware of how to use the most of this Mercury retrograde energy, because there are some positive things, which we'll talk about. And that I mentioned in a previous retrograde video with Mercury, which is... Yep, it's in the playlist. So the link at the bottom and at the end of the video. So anyway, we start off in Leo, Mercury in Leo with the pre-shadow, and it actually dips into Virgo a little bit. But then when we go into retrograde on August 4th, during the retrograde, it goes back into Leo until it goes direct on August 28th, and it'll be in its post-shadow until 9/11 of 2024. Then it'll eventually get back into Virgo. The Leo fire energy, with this Mercury being over communication, it makes us want to communicate specifically, leaving no room for doubt in what we're wanting. And when it dips back into Virgo energy, we go into a grounded, earthy energy, but with a logical and rational emphasis on our thinking and communication. But we don't stay there too long. It's just July 26th to August 15th is when we're in the Virgo, and then, of course, we go out of that into Leo. Then on July 21st, we have a full moon in Capricorn. Wait, Bretta Zen, wasn't the last full moon in Capricorn already? Yep, it sure was. You are right. Sometimes the sign of the full moon can repeat 2 months in a row. Because this is the moon at her most organized and practical and businesslike, maybe we were wanting to get stuff done this month. Who knows? But we'll continue to double down on doing the work and focusing on our future goals, organizing, and tasking. We'll maybe have this desire to declutter and organize any area of our lives that feels kind of scattered, disrupted, or disorganized. Some great energy to get her done, you know what I'm saying? So make sure to check out the Pick a Card for this full moon that will come out about a week before, as this will also help making the most of the release energy of this full moon. And then on July 22nd, we enter Leo season, so happy birthday to all you Leo sun babies. So Leo season brings an opportunity to grow greater confidence, playfulness, and to roar about what's in our heart. So the sun rules over Leo and oversees our self-image, our confidence, our identity. So it's not a surprise that Leo season encourages us to foster and embrace your sense of self. We can find new ways to process emotions through enhanced self-expression, igniting us with proactivity and optimism to strongly seek our dreams. I create a Pick a Card around each sun season, and I include a bonus 3-month forecast for the sun babies for that season. So for all you Leos, check that out. And for anyone that was in Cancer sun sign, make sure to check out the previous Pick a Card as well. And then you can see what comes out. It usually comes out about a week before the Leo season actually starts on July 22nd. And then July 23rd, Chiron goes into retrograde. It's been in its pre-shadow since April 2nd. It is, in Aries as it goes through its retrograde, and it'll go direct on December 29th of this year, and it'll be in its post shadow until April 21st of next year. And yes, I have a video for the Chiron retrograde, as I mentioned, so be sure to check that out and see how to make the most of this wounded warrior energy. All right, so those are the energies, the basic energies that I felt led to share that we will all face as a collective. But as always, depending upon your individual birth chart, it'll impact us differently. We are all amazing soup that has flavors that are activated differently when they react to the astrological energy that trickles upon the earth. So, just be aware that it does impact us all a little differently. Alrighty, well, let's see what Spirit wants you to know through the Oracle and Tarot card reading. And here's all the decks that I'm going to be using this time. What I do is I take a tarot deck. In this case, I'm going to use the Arcanus Animal Tarot. And I split up the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. I'm going to use the Archangel Oracle along with the major arcana to get the overall energy for the month. And then the minor arcana will use these four others to find out the different areas of our energy and our earth and energy, actually earth energy over here, our mind and the emotions. So we will go through all of these. And so if you're interested in any of them, you know what they look like. I'm not affiliated with any of them, but I know when I see readings myself, that's why I end up with so many decks, because I love all of them. All right, let's find out what Spirit wants you to know for your sign. Alrighty, Pisces, this is your July reading. We're going to start off by pulling from the major arcana, get the overall energy for the month to see what Spirit wants you to know about, and then we'll pull a Archangel card as well. So let's take a look here for all of our Pisces. I've got a ton of Pisces in my chart, so even though I'm not a Sun Pisces, I kind of feel like I relate very much to Pisces. Let's take a look here and see what they got for us here. I've got the Judgment card coming in. And this is it's like your higher self calling you to this higher place. And it's like Spirit is, inviting you to see things from a different perspective, see your life from a different, it's like a calling, we a lot grow up of getting a lot of supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts from society about, who they say we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do. And this is like this wake-up call, that comes in here with this horn blowing. It's like the rapture in the Revelations. Usually there's people that are being raised from the dead, and there's an angel that's calling people upward. But it's this wake-up call from rise from the dead. What are we, focusing on? Let's see things differently. So I like that type of energy. Let's see what else the guardian angels. You have 22 Archangel Oracle here. Let's take a look here and see what Archangel wants to accompany you on your journey. And you got Chamuel, if I say that correctly. Very, very bright card. It says relationship assignments. No one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reasons for the people in your life. So see things from a different perspective. And this is zeroing in on relationships in the month of July for you here. So let's take a look and see what else. And actually, they're the ones on the front of the deck here. So let's see here, Samuel. Their name means he who sees God, and this contains the magic of this archangel's purpose. He helps us see through the eyes of God, love, so that we can unconditionally accept those around us. And with this divine vision, we are able to penetrate fears, dramas, and projections and get to the root of who and what are important. His divine counterpart is charity. The message they have for you says when this archangel comes to you, it's a powerful time for you to show up in connection and community. Know that every relationship is an assignment. It's important to say that the universe won't intentionally put toxic or abusive people in your life because it's a presence of love, but it will give you opportunities for learning and life experience. And it's the challenge and challenges you face in relationships, whether they are platonic or romantic, that bring the real lessons, right? Angels are encouraging you to review your relationships now to see if they've led you to a greater understanding of yourself, and acknowledging this will bring great healing. You're also being encouraged to open your heart, for there are opportunities for you to love and be loved. The energies of this card will help you surmount previous challenges and usher in healing and positivity. Take the time to see where you're holding back or pulling back in certain relationships, for this will show you where you are closing off to love, and check in with loved ones with whom you've allowed distance to be created. Give your energy to those who are important to you and release yourself from those who are only there for the drama. Show up where you want to be and close the door on anything that needs to come to an end. So a big seeing things from a higher perspective here, and I feel like you're really zeroing in on relationships, whether they are family, friends, lovers, whatever, and learning about the mirror. What did I learn about in this relationship? And is the energy I'm investing in it, is it still doing its thing? Or did I learn what I needed to learn? And am I investing 70, 80, 90% all the time? It reminds me of Eight of Cups energy, where it's evaluating relationships and going, all right, you know what? Relationships are usually give and take, and sometimes we give 80, sometimes other people give 80 when we're not able to. But the relationships where you've been consistently always given 70, 80, 90%, so those are evaluating, going, maybe I need that emotional energy back. But let's take a look here and see what else they have to say. We're going to go into the minor arcana, the four elements, starting with fire, which is the Wands suit. And this represents our passion, our drive, our inspiration, our spiritual energy. And let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want us to know about our energetic adventure for the month of July? So what for Pisces? All right, they do want this one here. And we got the Nine of Wands, the barriers. And the 9 is the Hermit's journey, stepping into our power. Where am I investing my energy? You know, the 9 is like the endings of energy and where we're investing things, because the 10 of Wands is the actual ending and beginning. And this is evaluating, like we're talking about, where are you investing your energy? Are you investing in things in that feel important, but they're only urgent and not important? So it's reevaluating, where is all my energy going? And am I investing my emotional energy on stuff below the surface that I'm, blaming other people for my emotions, my experiences? When all of that happens within this Hermit's journey, the 9 is about us realizing, what is this? My triggers are my own. My choices are my own. I can't control anyone else's, but my hurt feelings, my stories, my energy, my actions, those are all me. And I like that power that comes in here. We're also going to pull from the Divine Guidance Oracle here. I call them the spiritual inkblot test because they're fractal imaging. So whatever image you see in it is a special message for you. And then we'll read from the book from Cheryl Lee Harnish. She's the author of the book. She actually has a great YouTube channel if you want to check her out too. She does readings. She has 3 decks and she does great reading. She was gone for a little bit and she's back. So be sure to check her out if that resonates for you. Yep. So whatever you see here, I'll just kind of show you here. Sorry for the glare, they're very glossy. Card number 9, so another 9, the Hermit's journey. Definitely the internal reflection on what did relationships teach us, and am I ready to let some go? This is called rewards. We have liftoff. It does look like a little rocket. Energetically and physically, things are about to take off in your world. Hold on to your hat. All your hard work is about to pay off. Whatever your venture is right now, there's a great movement coming. Things are about to skyrocket for you. So good things do come, and this is your time to enjoy them. You have done the work. Now's the time to reap the rewards. Congratulations. Yes, so reward here. This is the reward they're mentioning. It's worth looking into what relationships you're investing energy into, that you're the one that's always giving, and then backing off of those. And if they don't make up the difference, then you can just back completely off if you want. Although you might have some that you're just like, nope, I'll just take it to 0 right now. You might have a list already made, but we'll find out more about here too. As we move into the earth element, which is the Suit of Pentacles, it's the only one about the outside world. Energy's inward. We're going to talk about thoughts and emotions in a moment. Those are all inward. This is about the people in the outside world, our bodies, the props, everyone else on the physical stage out there. So this is what Spirit wants you to know about your physical adventure during the month of July. So let's take a look here. What for Pisces? All right, here we go. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. New opportunities opening up in the outside world. And that makes sense because what's happening here is you're reevaluating your relationships. And when you're kind of guided like this to bring back energy, it means they're going to be opening a new opportunity for your emotional energy to be expressed in whatever way it is. If it's you expressing something, or if it's you having a special relationship, whether romantic, best friends, or reacquainting with family or something, they're basically having you ignite, bring all this emotional energy back for a purpose, for this opportunity that opens up here. We'll also pull from the Earth Magic Oracle, see if they'll give us more information on what this new opportunity is about, or whatever else they want us to know about your physical adventure for the month of July. Nope, none of those. All right, there it is. And we've got Dragonfly, emergence. Yeah, so it is the birth of something. It's a transformation, a transition that happens here with the Dragonfly. They actually leave, leap. It's not like a butterfly where they have a cocoon. They actually go from the little nymph, the Dragonfly nymph, little water-bearing thing, and then to a dragonfly. Psh, off they go. They don't have the transformational time like the butterfly does. So the dragonfly says, in the stages of the life cycle of a dragonfly, once the egg is laid upon a floating plant or dropped into the water, it gestates, hatches, and may remain up to 4 years in the larval form called a nymph. Yeah. This is a precursor to the dragonfly. Dragonflies skip the cocoon stage, moving from egg directly to nymph. And at some point, the nymph climbs onto a rock or leaf, and there emerges from its former body and takes on the shape and character of the adult dragonfly. This radiant being then proceeds to illuminate our eyes and hearts as we witness its dramatic colors and magical dance along the surface of the water. In this card, we see a nature goddess, like the dragonfly, emerging from the water, her hair braided with vines dotted with flowers. She's surrounded by dragonflies and is one with the vibrant plant life thriving in the pond. The goddess emerges from her gestation in the water, transformed with a renewed sense of power and purpose. All this water, water, water. You are a water sign, of course, emerging from your water. And I love this. The message that comes to you from this card says, you are in an intense process of emergence into the next cycle of your life. Unlike more gradual shifts in awareness you have experienced, this one is happening quite rapidly and came on somewhat unexpectedly without any pauses for contemplation or indecision. You may even think that you are unprepared for such dramatic changes in your life, yet you are prepared and can put to use the experiences and wisdom you've accumulated up to now. Life is demanding that you move into the next state of maturity. This requires you to adjust your thinking about yourself, others, and your community. It calls for you to shed yet another layer of your ego-filled defenses and let go of any illusions of being less than who you are. This period of emergence is one of broadened consciousness and heightened perceptual capacities. And since it is inevitable, it is best to surrender to the flow and allow yourself to gracefully move into the next cycle of your life. Yeah. So this next cycle is letting go of the old to become the new, right? The old relationships. It's really focused on relationships. And then we move into the element of air, which is the Suit of Swords. This is thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations, communication, higher education, wisdom, knowledge. So this will be what Spirit wants you to know about your mental journey during the month of July. Yeah, Queen of Swords, balancing of the head and the heart. So really looking at the emotions, looking at the communication around the emotions, and this setting free of yourself really comes in here, this balancing. The heart knows what it wants, the brain knows what it wants, and the combination of allowing both to have a seat at the table and determining what relationships we're ready to let go of and which ones aren't. Our heart was like, no, I want them all. Our mind is like, well, let's analyze this. Let's really look at this. What have we learned? Is there anything else we need to learn in this situation, right? We'll also pull from the numerology guidance to see what else they want you to know about your mental adventure here. So, all right. Cards are just flying out. Yeah, physical activity. Card number 67. So there is this energy here of, physically stepping out of a relationship, leaving a relationship. It might even be you moving. Maybe you live with someone and this is, parting ways. However it applies to your specific situation here, and we'll see what else they're talking about in here, but I just feel like this is the physical change, this physical new opportunities that are opening up here. And this card indicates a need for exercise, which reduces stress hormones and releases feel-good endorphins in the brain, creating an overall sense of well-being, self-confidence, and peace. Because you attract what you feel, when you consistently feel good, you invite blessings into your life. Regular physical activity can better your life in a variety of ways, can enhance your physical and psychological well-being and reduce the risk of obesity and other conditions. When it comes to manifestation, exercise increases the energy flow throughout your body, which helps release toxins and negative emotions. This in turn raises your overall vibration and enhances your connection to Source. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to exercise your body. Whether you walk, run, swim, cycle, dance, kickbox, climb stairs, attend Pilates or yoga, or play a sport such as basketball, tennis, or golf, being physically active will help you feel good about yourself. The affirmation, I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. So, I'm not a licensed medical person, so take that as you will. And if you have any medical issues, of course, consult a doctor first. But, this is part of, for a lot of us, this helps with the happiness, the endorphins, with that, and maybe even you meet someone that you can go walking with. Maybe this is the relationship that helps, whether it's a best friend or whatever, or a physical activity, But, there is this great energy of transformation that as we change our relationship to ourselves and to others, we change our relationship to our bodies too. So I like that. Then we move into the final element, which is your element, water. And it is the Suit of Cups. And of course, it represents our overall emotional adventure. So this is what Spirit wants you to know about your emotional journey during the month of July. Of course, nothing to fear here. You live and breathe water, right? The Pisces fishies. So emotions are not scary. You've lived with them all your life, right? Yeah, an Ace of Cups. So new, higher love coming in, new relationships. So this does tell us that all of this is about clearing away emotional energy and clearing away friendships and really, decluttering your emotional energy life so that you can prepare for this new love, this new relationship that comes in. Whether it's romantic or not, it's a special relationship that's coming your way. And then lastly, we'll pull from the Celebration of Love, and this can be more about the emotional energies, but it's also the last card in the deck for the reading, and so it can be a wild card, whatever else Spirit wants you to know about your month of July for this reading. So what else for Pisces? All right, so here it is. And we've got Awaken, Archangel Gabriel, Messenger of God. So you get an archangel again here too, but this is awakening. And let's see what else they have here. So this image celebrates the calling we receive at one time or another in our life. And this higher calling, right? It calls us to trust the divine plan by willingly and with faith walk this new path of challenge, knowing our triumph is assured like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Take a stand and make a commitment to dispel the negativity from an area of your body that holds the darkness. Recall a bad circumstance that you've had and get in touch with your body. Where does the feeling settle when you think about the incident? And then send that area light and joyfully detach from it. Turn it over to the divine to heal. The special message that comes in here says, choose the high road for a challenge you are currently facing or will face. Know that there is plenty of help for you. The Creator and legions of angels and higher beings await your request for assistance. And I love that. With all the relationships, we are never, ever, ever, ever alone. We've got a great host of beings of unconditional love and light who are always around us, always wanting to give us the love, give us guidance. We just need to ask them of our own free will and communicate with them, because they leave us a lot alone to honor our free will and power of choice. But if we want to hear from them, all we have to do is ask. And a lot of times they'll, kind of clear their throat by repeating numbers, synchronicities, things like that, just for us to realize and remember that they are still there for us. So I love it. Wonderful relationship transformational energy for July for you, supporting you, for you. It's okay to release relationships that no longer serve and that are, where you're the one keeping it alive. Allow them to fall away. And if they're meant for you, they'll never pass you by. They will return, or they'll step up and step up the other, so it's 50-50-ish, right? Instead of 80-20, 90-10 kind of energy. So I love this for you, Pisces. That's what they have for you for the month of July. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things that you can do. First of all, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That does tell me that you enjoy the content, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and it'll bring more of that similar content. Other thing you do is click that subscribe button. That does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and hit the all setting, then you'll be notified when any new videos come out on my channel, as well as when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. In addition to all of that, you become part of the love tsunami when you either like, share, comment on anime videos, subscribe to my channel, even becoming one of my YouTube channel members, doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm ever so grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings and other services. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful soul, as you're going through this journey, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there and take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.